The Peterbot and Veno drama is back, and this time it is over the forecast tower now, and there were some crazy things exchanged in the Twitch chats, and we also had multiple insane fights for the forecast tower. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. We're trying to hit 100k as soon as possible. Use code KDog on the Fortnite item shop and support me even more. Follow me on my Twitter at KDog to keep up to date with everything to do with Fortnite competitive. Without further ado though, let's get straight into today's video. All right, so all honestly kind of started right here when Feldy, who is Clix's manager, said in Aussie Antics chat, I feel like they won't have the time to get the coin and go for the forecast tower. And I'm going to show you guys all the forecast tower fights a little bit later on in this video, but I want to make sure we get the whole backstory to everything first. And then Peterbot actually responded to Feldy and he said, Feldy, stop talking about Fortnite. You don't know anything. Please, brothers, save yourself some time. Then Peterbot once again said, we are going forecast every game either way. And then Veno actually finally steps in and he says 28th and 29th. That's all I'm saying. And then Feldy said, you still sent it salary, which I mean, he's trying to turn it into like the whole agent beef or something like that. I don't really know what that has to do with anything. And then Peterbot actually adds Veno and he said, what do you mean by that? And then this is where the drama honestly picked up even more. You had Muzz saying, someone help me out. What does the 29th and 28th mean? And then Peterbot responds that he got 15th and 15th in scrims because he thinks that's what Veno's talking about. And then Veno adds Peterbot and he says globals. So I guess the whole like 28th and 29th thing meant that like Veno was talking about Peterbot's globals placements, which obviously everyone clowns on Peterbot for not having the best globals placements. But then Peterbot just responds to that and says, you're washed, brother. And I mean, I think anyone that has been watching competitive and even Peterbot himself probably knows that Veno isn't actually washed. He's just saying this for like the extra like engagement bait from Veno. Veno still did end up responding to it though, and he said, at Peterbot, I had 115th and it was with Tayson. And then obviously he literally just got 4th place in grands with Clix. But I mean, I still respect him for like standing up for himself right there. But I think everyone knew that Veno was like not washed. And then we got Feldy with another like random stray at Peterbot when he said the Peterbot Restream channel is making more than Pete on Twitch these days. And I honestly like, I don't really know why Feldy's trying to involve himself in this so much. But I mean, shout out to Feldy, man. He definitely is just like content farming as well. And I mean, he's probably not wrong because if you've seen that Peterbot Restream channel, that thing gets like 200 viewers just 24/7. And obviously Peterbot like never streams. And like Feldy was also just arguing a lot in the chat that Peterbot is just wasting his opportunity by not streaming anything, and he could be set up for generations if he really did take content serious. And that is one of the things that I do have to agree with there, and I think a lot of other people agree with that as well, that even if Peterbot didn't even just stream tournaments, but if he was just streaming things like tokens or just reacting to things, he has the personality and the gameplay to that people want to watch, and he definitely could be a lot bigger than he already is if he really cared about that sort of stuff. Aussie was then saying that he told Peterbot at the beginning of the season that if he wanted the best chance to like guarantee himself to do good at LAN, he should just alpha a mid POI. But I mean, obviously knowing Peterbot, he responded to that and he said, why pick a tier 2 spot when I will win while killing Swizzy off spawn and keying Veno on the forecast? So I mean, in classic Peterbot fashion, we get like the most confident response possible. And then Veno basically just said, it's the pros landing the bump spots. Like obviously you don't have double jetpack, you're landing on 25 chests. I'm pretty sure he's talking about even though Peterbot is like so heavily contested, he's still going to have a bunch of chests. I'm not 100% sure though what he meant right there. Let me know in the comment section if you know what he's talking about. I think it is actually time we get into some of the forecast tower fights that was going on between them though. This was the first time all season these teams were fighting at the forecast tower, and let me just say it did not disappoint. The content we got from this was insane. Let me show you guys a couple of the fights first. Shout out to Aussie Antics and Fortnite Comp Report for their reactions to these fights.
I want to see how Peterbot holds. Okay. And then Peterbot in a 1v2 against Veno Clix. 97. That was a good tag, actually. Peterbot still holding him well. Clix wraps around to get the loot off Poyo. Nice. Oh, Veno with a really nice jump shot. Veno with a really nice jump shot. This is a good 2v2, but if this happens on LAN, I don't know how this is going to go for either team. Because this is a pretty even 2v2. Oh. Peterbot goes for the window and Veno Man, Veno is playing really well right now.
Now, this one right here was actually the game where Veno crashed, and you can see him crash right here. So you can tell me in the comment section down below if you want to count this one to the overall score or not. But then switching over to Clix, he actually had a very valiant attempt trying to actually 2v1 them. You see him get a massive 100 tag right there. But obviously a 2v1 versus Peterbot and Pollo is almost impossible to win. Barely any team can even beat them in a 2v2. So a 2v1 against them is one of the most difficult things to do. But he definitely was holding his own extremely well here. He's even able to get off a whole med kit because Peterbot and Pollo are double fizzing just to make sure they don't get 2v1 by Clix. I think that would be one of the most talked about things if Clix was able to somehow 1v2 Peterbot and Pollo here. The movement he was showing right there was absolutely insane though, but unfortunately he did go down and they are double dancing on him. All right, this fight right here, I'm not gonna lie, Peterbot and Pollo did kind of just absolutely destroy them here. I'm trying to be as unbiased as possible in this situation, but they kind of just jumped in and they did have better loot. I guess you could say they just didn't have as good of loot in the beginning as Peterbot and Pollo, so they were already at a disadvantage to start with. But when you see them actually jump in on them here, they just like insta wipe them basically. An argument you can definitely make for Clix and Veno here is they were able to insert the card into the actual forecast thing, so they did end up technically claiming the forecast tower, even though they do die to them later on. And so for like at the LAN event, if they're able to put the card in, there is no reason why Peterbot and Pollo are going to fight this, simply because of the fact that it is scrims though. That is the only reason why they are choosing to still key them after that. But like at LAN, definitely the way it is going to be determined who is going to be winning the forecast battle is whoever is actually able to put the card in, because if you didn't know, whatever team puts the card in, they are the only team that are going to get forecast for that specific tower. So even if you kill them after, it doesn't like automatically go to you or anything like that. All right, this last one is definitely the funniest one. This is when they were both actually streaming, and you have to see what happened. This was one of the biggest griefs I have ever seen.
We're killing them this time though.
Wow, that's a Peter win on the prediction. Peter win on the prediction. Now Clix is going for their bunker again. They just armored themselves in a box. It's over. They just armored themselves in a box. It's over. This is the end.
Bandage, bro.
Here. Pop this.
Bro, Peter, just wait till they get knocked and break. Yeah, break.
Okay, wait for next time that day.
Wait, they're just training.
Next time they get knocked, we break, okay? Here, take shieldfish. Here. Good up fish.
Dude, this cannot be real.
Okay.
This has to be a dream.
I'm accepting death here.
Bro, what?
Great fight. Good night.
Yes, you did see that right. Clix and Veno were trading reses in the storm while Peterbot and Pollo were fishing for white heals to be able to see who can outlive the other person longer in storm. That is how big this grief fest actually ended up getting. Neither of these teams even cared about the scrims at this point. Their whole objective were to just kill each other, and clearly if they weren't able to do that, they just wanted to ruin the other team's chances to even do remotely good that game. And I have to say, both of them did do a pretty good job at that. Obviously, none of this stuff is going to happen at globals. This is all just stuff that is going to happen during things like scrims, because they're both just trying to alpha the forecast tower. So they basically just have to prove to the other team that they are the better fighters there and they shouldn't contest it. Peterbot and Clix were literally just playing basketball together yesterday though, and then tonight Peterbot and Veno were both playing tokens with each other. So I mean, this is all just like a pretty friendly competitive beef. Obviously it does get a little bit serious at times, but these are all just competitors at the end of the day. They all just want to win and they all want to show why they are the best. So if none of them are taking it too personal, I don't think you guys should be taking it personal as well. Let me know whose team you guys are actually on though. Comment down below either Team Veno or Team Peterbot. I'm trying to see who you guys are actually supporting more in this beef. Other than that though, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Hitting 100,000 subscribers would be like winning FNCS to me. So if you can help me to be able to win FNCS, please subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Use code KDOG on the Fortnite item shop if you want to support me even more. YouTube says to enjoy one of these two videos up on the screen, so go check them out if you guys haven't already. Follow me on my Twitter at KDOG to keep up to date with everything to do with Fortnite competitive. Thank God for another day, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.